For those who, I think everybody know my name, but I'm Aaron Hicks. And I'm the chairman of the Black Legends Award. And I'm the one that keeps bugging your emails and voicemails to tell you what's going on. And for the new legends, some of them I know, and other ones will be new friends. So welcome to the family. If they get the video going, I'll show that. If not, we'll keep moving right along. But I'm not planning on keeping you here long this evening. But one of the process, this nominees reception is getting bigger. This is our 5th year having a nominees reception. And the objective is for the new legends to meet the current legends before the big event in February. So I know everyone has on their calendar February 15th. That's when we will do the induction ceremony. And that's when you, for all the new legends, to invite all your friends and family out so it can be part of the festival. And it's a good event, most of us can say. And we have, on November 9th, we have the Legends Conference. That's where all you legends get together and you talk about what legends are, what you want to be, or how you want to look at it. Because, as I was speaking before, you legends as a body have became the brightest, the most intelligent blacks in the area. So everyone want to know what do you think. So collectively we'll figure that out too as we keep going along. But mainly I want to honor you for legends for being voted in. Some person had asked the question of, well, how does it get voted? As a new legend, next year you get the honor of voting in the next class and be part of it. So it's a collaboration of all the legends, looking at what you've done and accomplished, and you'll find out that I learned so much from all you individuals that it's amazing that y'all what you've accomplished. So what I kind of would like to do is, all the past legends, introduce yourself, and that way everyone gets to know who you are and you'll introduce the new legend.
Well, my name is Forrest Williams. I want to welcome all of you to the First Day of Design Church. I'm a member here. I've been a member here for 50 years. And we've been around 154 years. We celebrate our 155th year this year. And there's a lot of history regarding the church started in 1864. I was chosen to be a legend. I've been a legend now for about 3 years. And my category was community service. I'm an engineer by my background and my profession. I have a passion for engineering. It's been my life and will always be that thing that drives me and pushes me, because we build, we create, we make things real. Those impossible things that people think about, you know, we transfer them to some reality and then they become real in our lives. Those are challenges that you just kind of, like you wake up in the morning and thinking about, hey, well, yeah, I got this challenge today. And community service, I think primarily because I was a city council member for the city of San Jose for 8 years. I was a school board member for a school district for 12 years. I was on the planning commission for the city of San Jose for 8 years. And all of that is provide community service. To make sure the kids got a great education. To make sure that we have the right people and the right attitude addressing our children. Planning commission. To make sure that you got a fair opportunity to build or buy your residence wherever you wanted to in the city of San Jose. So those things you don't hear a lot about planning commission, what do? They control the zoning of the city and look at population where they live and what they do, and to make sure there's equity, that you can go anywhere you want to the city of San Jose. As a city council member, that was the next step up. We actually enforced the rules. We were there to serve the people, and that was my primary purpose for running for city council, is to serve. My whole objective is to serve. It's not about me. It's about how can I make a difference in your lives that you will depend on your government to take care of your responsibility. So out of that, I presume that's why they selected me. I appreciate them selecting me, and I'm committed to moving forward.
I had a chance to come into the San Jose Police Department as an officer, and I left as a chief. One of the things that I'm kind of happy about was when I was chief for 8 months, I had no one that lost their life. The police department did not have to use deadly force for that 8-month period. And I think it's possible that most other agencies don't have to use force as often as they do. A systematic approach, you got a highly educated police department, well-trained, and they know how to behave in a way that's going to minimize danger to either themselves or the public. So I was happy about that. The other thing I had a chance to do was diversify the police department. During my time, we picked up quite a few Southeast Asian police officers because our community was changing. And women and African American women, I don't think we've done much of that since. We need to improve in that area. But I was really happy to serve the community. For the last 20 years now, I've been teaching political science. At College of San Mateo for a while, and then out at De Anza for a while, and both at City College and Evergreen College. So I'm about ready to retire from that. I'm afraid that if I don't get out soon enough, that one day I'll come to class with 2 different color shoes on. So I don't want that to happen. I plan on writing a book after I leave about the San Jose Police Department, its cultures and all of the weaknesses that might exist in an organization like that, as well as to give some respect to the people who do that job. So thank you. I'm proud to be a member here, and I'm welcoming you new folks.
My name is Chuck Alexander, and I came to San Jose on a football scholarship from Los Angeles. And the reason why I chose to stay, I analyzed what they needed, and they needed somebody to speak, and I had to speak. So making a team and staying here, but one of my things that I did, I love to take pictures, and I love history. In fact, there was 2 grades I got in high school that I was honored for. I got an A in English and an A in history. And in history, I figured when you took a picture today, tomorrow is history. So that's basically what I was doing in San Jose, because we were in an integrated society in San Jose. So a lot of our people were pretty scattered. And the only time they came together was on social events, sororities, fraternities, all those events, NAACP. So it was really a good thing for me, because I love to see my people in all those situations. So that's how I began to take the pictures, record the pictures I was taking, because it was a thing of beauty. I looked at our people as a thing of beauty. So I really appreciated, being able to do that. And I was telling my Sunday school class on how I was able to get a better personality of myself. When I was growing up in LA, everybody wanted to be pretty and handsome and, doing all of these different things. I was a country boy. They said, how do you handle it? I said, well, I read the Bible, say I was made in God's image. So if I looked in the mirror, I said, damn, Chuck, you're looking good. Nobody ever told me. Basically, it was a matter of reaching out to people. But I'm glad I was able to document a lot of this. And come next year at San Jose State, I'll have an exhibit, me and my wife. So you'll get a chance to see the pictures that you didn't see. So I'm glad I got the awards, documentary award. I'm glad I was able to document all these years, because remember, I came up here in 1955, and I appreciate all you've done.
I'm Loretta Gray, and it's an honor to share it with you. I majored in journalism way back, and way back. And I've always had a job that involved writing, mostly with the newspaper. I wrote propaganda for Xerox for 5 years in the public relations department once. But for the most part, I've worked on newspapers. Here, in this area, I wrote for the Palo Alto Times, the Peninsula Times Tribune, and in the last 12, 13 years, the San Jose Mercury News. I think this Black Legend Award is so important because just about everywhere I worked, I was the only black reporter. And we are just not plentiful enough to get our story out. The Mercury News had people, in fact, I was delighted to see Brian Monroe's name on here. He's a great reporter. I hope that during the time I wrote, that I told our stories. You know, obviously you can't be in a predominantly white paper and just write about black people and black life, but I saw stories in our community that would not have been seen by reporters who were not African American. And so I tried to represent us as often as I could, and I believe that when people read those stories, they saw themselves in those stories. They saw an accurate telling of those stories. I'm hoping that there will be more of us in the media. It's very important right now. I've been retired a long time, gotten a lot of writing awards. I've been fortunate to get awards from the Associated Press and some, other organizations across the country. One of the things that I was proudest of was being invited to join a black columnist group. So they had reporters from the New York Times and USA Today and so on. I got an invitation to join. There were about 20 columnists. And one of the things that happens is you get invited to go to the White House because the presidents always want the ear of the major black columnists around the country. So unfortunately I retired when President Obama came in, and I was just thinking the other day, I haven't missed working at all, but I sure wish, in a way, I were writing and a part of that columnist group, so when that invitation comes from the White House, I can decline it this year.
Well, I'm Lorraine Dabney, and I got the award last year. And what an honor is education. Education has always been my thing. When I was a little girl, I must have been 4 or 5 years old, I walked up to my father, and I had a book. I had the book upside down. And I said to my father, I'm not big about talk. He said, baby, what? I could barely talk. He had no idea. He called he said, my mother, Essie, come and help me interpret, is what she said. My mother didn't know. So I went and got a chair. I put the chair there. And the book's still upside down because, I couldn't read. 5 years old, I just thought this was reading. And I'm showing the book. And my mother finally said, school teacher? I said, yes, I'm going to be a school teacher. So I wanted to be a school teacher, and I taught school for 42 years. And it was a pleasure doing that. Many times that my friends would come over to play, I was someplace in the corner with a book. I love reading. And I still do. And there was a commercial on TV. And this grandfather had his grandson. And he said, grandson, what are you going to be when you grow up? He said, I'm going to be a school teacher. He said, oh, dropped his head. I thought you were going to be a doctor or lawyer. He said, Grandpa, if it wasn't for school teachers, there would be no doctors or lawyers. And I love that ad. I wish they put it on again. But we need teachers. We need teachers that are interested in what they're doing. I was not teaching for the money. I was teaching because this is from the heart. I wanted them to learn. And to this day, I've been retired since 18 years. And I still have contact with my children. The only thing that I think I kind of regret that I didn't have a chance to teach my children, black children. The 42 years that I taught, I doubt if I taught 15 black kids. I taught with my first school. I went there and they said to me, I've never spoken to a black person before. I was the first black person they had spoken to. So that's one thing that I regret, that I didn't have more of my children. And I just pray now that more people would get into education, because education is so important. Thank you.
Thank you.
I too was an educator for 43 years. We started out in education. My first, I must have been 33, 34 was years old before I was in an interracial school. My experience with all black students. Of course, I was from West Virginia and I couldn't get out of there fast enough. So I volunteered in the Marine Corps when I was 18. Spent 3 years in the military and then went back to college. First interracial educational experience was at West Virginia University. Back after I was 20. Then I came out here and finished the master's. And I spent years as a teacher, a counselor, an administrator. I think I first met Joe Bass. He thought I forgot about this when I was dean at Ravenswood High School in 1977. And vice principal at Monroe Atherton High School in 73. Nat Brooks went over to Woodside High School. I replaced him at Monroe Atherton. I think that's when I first met him. And Charles Jones.
We got to catch up to him.
Okay, thank you. But anyway, I lived in San Jose. Clarence Cryer was the principal at that time. We commuted together to Palo Alto. And I was just telling you earlier, one of the biggest mistakes that I made, I bought a 5-unit apartment building on University Avenue. And I let that sucker go. Big mistake. And I've got some tales that I can tell you, but I'm not going to go on. I'll just tell you that I spent a lot of years, 43 years, and I retired in 2001. Then I started doing community work here in San Jose, and I lived in various Evergreens, so I even ran for city council against Rose Herrera in 2008. A lot of people don't even know that because I refused. I couldn't raise money, so I snuck out the back door. But anyway, I was on the school board, Mount Pleasant Elementary School. And then I started a class at Independence High School when we first opened adult education for musicians who were interested in forming a big dance band, big band we call it. And I called it the Metro Big Band because it gives metropolitan education. And that might have been in 1977, something like that. Just Independence High School opened. That band is still going on, folks. We played for the Black Dragons for the last couple of years. And we're looking forward to playing for you again. 16-piece big band. And we're looking for jobs. Nobody's hired big band anymore. In fact, I went out last night on my way to the Blue and I stopped over at the Centerville News. Boy, they got a number of musicians I hadn't seen in quite a few years. But those guys, excellent band, all playing for nothing. They don't charge. They don't charge. Yeah. Nobody's going to pay $750 except you guys. But anyway, I started that band and we've been going ever since. And we're still going. And some of you probably have heard of Cheryl Burke and Dancing with the Stars. We had a 26-week contract with Cheryl Burke Studios up here in Sunnyvale. Every Thursday for 26 weeks. And that's when I got into ballroom dancing. And I am still taking ballroom dancing lessons, folks. And Norm was a tap dancer. I'm a ballroom dancer. In fact, when you see me dancing, you'll see me out there doing a cha-cha and waltz and East Coast swing. And I particularly like the tango. All the other dances I'm into. Getting back to city council. And then I spent, I guess, 2 terms on the Senior Citizen Commission for the city. And I just turned up this June. And that was a good experience. I had a lot of input representing seniors. And I represented Council District 7, which is 7 trees in the area, and Council District 2, which is in the south center. And I was the only commissioner who represented 2 districts because we didn't have enough commissioners.
Okay.
And who said that? Is that enough?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, thank you. I'm Calvin Jackson, and if you ever need some good music, just let me know.
Thank you.
This is my first day out after having surgery on the 10th of the month. I had to make it to this function today because to me it is a very important reception, and I wanted to see you, Joe. I wanted to see Bob and Gloria and the newbies. My name is Wilma Callender. I believe I was nominated because I'm just all over the place. I've been an advocate for the people. I was the person who called the very first Denny's meeting where there were 100 people. Joe can vouch at the Afro Center before that Denny's situation ended up being a royal class action suit, which helped a whole lot of our children get through school. But I was the NAACP Life Membership chair. I was the legal redress chair. I was all over the place. I received local and national NAACP awards. And like Galvin said, I think that's why he nominated me, so I could continue to do volunteer work. I am now serving on his board and still active at Southside, and I still volunteer for the vets. And I'm just a constant volunteer. Thank you for your ears and your time, and a big congratulations to all of the newbies. God bless.
I'm Virginia Lockhart, and I'm speaking for my husband, Dr. James Lockhart, who was very honored last year, nominated by Mrs. Loretta Green to be a legend in the class of 2019. And it was really a community affair that Jim was involved in with Dr. Andrew White and the Willow Bay Medical Clinic. We were so honored last year to be there. All of the staff of Willow Bay Medical Clinic was there, and we were honored to have that award. And Dr. Lockhart just wants to thank everyone who participated in that event and welcome the new legends into the group.
Thank you, thank you. I don't have to talk, my wife does all of that. All I have to do is just show the money. Thank all of you, thank all of you. I'm just delighted to be part of it. Thank you, thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sheila Johnson, recipient of the award for 2019. My history with the organization and with my community service is that I put in 20 years in children's awareness of the STEM program. So we have been running a summer camp through my National Coalition of 100 Black Women for the local young African American, African descent girls, grades 4th through 8th. And this is our 20th year sending girls to summer camp. We also started with the National Coalition a micro lending program for the women of Otam, Ghana, West Africa. This is our 6th year in running that program. And so it has been a delight and a privilege to have served my community, because my husband says I'm a professional volunteer, which means I work and don't pay. And to be honored by my community for the work I did just because I felt a need. Thank you very much.
I did that just to show the new ladies. Some of you say I don't deserve it. You in company with other folks said the same thing. But it's an honor to be part of this program, an honor to welcome you.
It's just such an honor to be in this space with all of you at this particular event. We just signed the contract with this fantastic organization, this church here, to go after History San Jose grant in order to help this place sustain another 155 years. To say we belong here and to, this is our story. This 155 years. 1864 was the first year, and 1864 was the second constitutional convention. The first convention was held in San Jose. You cannot tell me that our voice was not part of that process. We were here, and this represents our footsteps, and this is our story, and we're going to tell our own story. And you are that first part of the story. And you go over to the African American Center and you see all the legends frames on the wall. That's our first archives. We said to them, like, we're not going to wait, like we have museums in our home. This is a museum piece. This piece right here, brought by boat and rail or wagon from north to here, because we were going to have, this place is just architectural beauty. And the soul of blacks in San Jose came out of this first black church. Our stories should be out of this first black church. And you are those stories. And we were not going to wait. We were going to do it anyway. We were going to do it anyway. And we are doing it anyway. And you represent that. And we are just so excited to do that. And we have a relationship in this grant for 20 years to enhance, to do everything to bring it up to where it wants to be for the next 155 years. So thank you. And this is your place to tell your story. Take ownership of it. We want you to be actively here. We want you to tell STEM, tell space. That cabinet is April 29th. The Hubble will be 30 years old. We're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate blacks in space. We're going to celebrate that this year. They turned 30 3 months ago. And we were part of it. They couldn't have done it without us. And they're not going to erase our story. We're going to tell it. And that's why we're here. All the things that you have contributed to our being present in this day, we honor. We didn't care that they weren't going to honor it, so we can do it ourselves. And that's what this committee has done.
I mean, after you eat or network, when this program finishes, if you want to tour what we have a collection in the room, in the African room, And we had down the hallway things that were put together by Chris Moore. This facility has been standing with Chris Moore. This is what we call the African-American journey. So you can look around and he tells a lot of stories that we told, the story behind every picture. And we have the collection in the room there.
So what I have prepared is we have corn muffins, we have a chicken, we just have a Caesar salad with croutons and Parmesan, and also my famous Sandy's gumbo with some rice, and my gumbo has crab meat, chicken andouille sausage, and chicken, and my special spices. And we're also having Sandy's 5-cheese mac and cheese. Check this out. As you can see, the cheese is very creamy. And we're also having seafood jambalaya. The seafood jambalaya has chicken andouille sausage, it has shrimp and chicken, and my special spices. I'm still not done because for desserts, we actually have Sandy's cobbler cups, but I put them in little tasty cups. We have my grandma's famous crust, and then I top it with some peach cobbler mix that I make myself, and then again top it with some crust. That is dessert. And then you also have an option for, I know this is a full plate, we have apple crisp as another dessert. And if you really want to get creative, top that cobbler with some whipped cream. And that, oh wait, I'm not done. We have cucumber water and sweet tea. Now, if that doesn't fill your palate, I don't know what will, but I want everybody to please enjoy it. And this is a wonderful event and a lot of good food and a lot of good fun. Thank you. So Sandy's Cobbler Cups is located in Santa Clara, California. My website is sandyscatering.com. Again, Sandy's with an I, SANDIS catering.com, or sandyscobblercups.com. Or you can just find me on Facebook as Sandra Daly. So get in touch. I do events for caterings for 30 to 250 people, and it is a blessing that God has given me. So thanks and enjoy.